Pastor, show me in the Bible where God said, give me 10% of your paycheck. You can't, because it ain't in there. You've been lied to.
Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed, Deuteronomy 14:22, that the field bringeth forth year by year, Deuteronomy 14:22. And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God, in the place which he shall choose to place his name there, Deuteronomy 14:23. Tithes were food from the land, grain, wine, oil, livestock, not money from your paycheck, Deuteronomy 14:23, Leviticus 27:30. Israel brought these to Jerusalem, where God placed his name, and the people themselves ate it before the Lord as part of a holy celebration. Deuteronomy 14:23-26. It was never a cash payment to a man in a suit. Deuteronomy 14:22-26. And if the way be too long for thee, Deuteronomy 14:24, then shalt thou turn it into money, Deuteronomy 14:25, and shalt go unto the place which the Lord thy God shall choose, Deuteronomy 14:25, and thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thy soul lusteth after, Deuteronomy 14:26, and thou shalt eat there before the Lord thy God, and thou shalt rejoice, Deuteronomy 14:26. If you lived too far to carry your livestock or harvest, you sold it for money, Deuteronomy 14:24-25. But, when you got to Jerusalem, you used that money to buy food, drink, and share in the feast with your family and the Levites, the priest tribe, Deuteronomy 14:26-27, not to give to a pastor. Will a man rob God? Malachi 3:8. Yet ye have robbed me, Malachi 3:8. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? In tithes and offerings, Malachi 3:8. This wasn't about modern pastors, it was God rebuking Israel's leaders for stealing the tithes meant for the Levites and the poor, Malachi 3:8-10, Numbers 18:24. The Levites didn't own land, they survived on these tithes while serving the temple, Numbers 18:20-21. Now pastors twist this verse to guilt-trip people into giving money for Bentleys, private jets, and Gucci suits, paraphrased from Malachi 3:8-10, living like Esau in Babylon's luxury, Hebrews 12:16, Revelation 18:3. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, Jeremiah 23:1. Saith the Lord, ye have scattered my flock, Jeremiah 23:2. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, Jeremiah 23:2. God has a judgment for greedy pastors who fleece the sheep. They ain't shepherds, they're wolves, Ezekiel 34:2-10. Be not conformed to this world, Romans 12:2, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, Romans 12:2. The pastor in a $5,000 suit and driving a $300,000 car while the congregation struggles is a sign they've conformed to Esau's world, Genesis 25:29-34. God's people are called to be different, set apart, not chasing worldly riches, 1 Peter 2:9, Matthew 6:19-21. Study to show thyself approved unto God, 2 Timothy 2:15. Stop letting pastors spoon-feed you lies. Open the book, Acts 17:11. Learn who you are, an Israelite. Keep the commandments, Deuteronomy 28:1, Revelation 14:12. And come out of spiritual Babylon before it's too late, Revelation 18:4.